And we're on. Hey, everybody. What's going on, my lovely lovelies? It's Monday. It's the 1st of March on the third month. It's amazing bunch of energies. So today I thought I'd send love, say hi. I know February was messed up. Y'all, I was going to do a couple of videos in February, but due to technical circumstances beyond my control, the picture was interrupted. And thus, but we survived the cold. We survived the ice down south. What? And we survived worse. Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, which seemed to have given us a little bit of a beating. Usually retrogrades are really cool, with me anyway. I tend to learn more than anything. But this one was legendarily frustrating. But it taught us a little bit of patience, a little bit of refocus. And what we need to do is take that into this wonderful new month, the Mars month. Because I just found out that the word March, what we use for the month, actually is rooted in the name Mars, the planet, and the ancient Roman god. Go fig. Stuff you know. You learn something new every day. But this month, just to get business stuff thrown out there and let you know what's going on, I will be teaching my class brujeria, just like Abuelita used to make, with Big Liz Conjure. So I'll put a link in the comment section where you can go and check it out. And it's based in Puerto Rican and Caribbean folk magic and mysteries and stuff. All the stuff you wanted to ask about, but were too scared because of some movie. Whatever. Anywho, but it's going to be a night of just me lecturing, talking, teaching what I know, and touching on the similarities in other folk magic cultures as well. So it's worth its weight in gold because you get to hang with me. So get with me and see what's up, see how jump on it. And for those of you that were very interested, now's the time. So also this month, I was going to be touching on mentorships. What are mentorships? Mentorships is not a reading. Again, I wanted to clarify this because I have a couple of people that are like, well, is this like a reading? Is this like, no, mentorships is we sit down and I do just that. Mentor you through what you're doing as a person who wants to work spiritism, get close to your spiritual court, talk on what to do with your ancestors, stuff like that. And it can be based in a reading we might have had and going on with it, or just trying to apply whatever you've learned to your everyday troubleshooting and what have you. We're sitting there for an hour to get to the bottom of. It's one of those, let's deal with that. So it's kind of like, I don't want to say therapy, but kind of like a therapeutic way through your spirituality. Because I don't want to get sued, dude. Just saying. I make myself laugh. But get with me on that. And mentorships are available. Again, shoot me an email at louisianacurioshop@yahoo.com or through here, through the comments or PM, what have you. And we can work on that with you. And as before any mentorship does take place, though, it is necessary for you to have a divination. So if you're new to the idea, first get yourself a divination if you haven't already. And if you have gotten a divination with me, we can base what we're doing on that. Moving on. Now to the fun part. So, because it's March, because it's my birthday month, along with so many others, my favorite people, I love you guys, I decided I'm going to make a change. I thought it'd be fun because me and the star sibling Mel, we're talking about hair color. And so I got this Poser Paste hair makeup. It's just the dye, not the paste, because I'm not going, in order for this to get dyed anything, I'd have to have professional intervention, and I just don't feel like interacting at that level right now. But I do like the wax, which is what Mel hit me to. Why don't you try Max? So I'm going to try that out. And soon I might be doing this very color because green is that spring energy. That and it's not like I'm going to have a chance to ever experiment again like this. So I'm telling you, once you hit a certain age, you start going crazy. This is the big midlife crisis. Hair color. My, have we fallen. I thought it'd be like, end of the world parties. Nah, not as much. So see, you too can look beautiful at any age. But moving on. So keep a lookout for that. I'll keep you posted on this one. Moving on, I decided to pull a card too for the day and the month. Since it's on a suspicious time. This is a very auspicious day. Monday, first of the month, on a whole new month of good things coming in. So I pulled from the Nightmare Before Christmas deck that I still love so much. I pulled the Magician. Love the card. And what is the Magician about? Today would be a good day. It's auspicious. It's the first card of the deck. It's the first of the month. A lot of little synchronicities. See? Pay attention. It's time to get your refocusing actually going. Not just writing down on paper, but actually now doing the action, focusing that energy and making things manifest for yourself. It's a great card for today because it's that beginning of the week. Let's go get it. Let's go at 'em and do stuff. And it's also a favorable card for just divine blessings, channeling that knowledge and energy and research that you have had into something progressive, something creative, something that gives you flow. It's a good card to start the day with. Even though by the time you get this, it's in the middle, but you'll know the energy. And you can always apply it because there's also my night workers. Way to save myself. Also, I wanted to pull a couple of cards for the overall for the month. And with that, I had to use my Lenormand deck. You know how much I love Lenormand, especially my old style Lenormand deck that I haven't really messed with in a while. I haven't put any updates on it. So I pulled the letter and the star for this month. The letter and the star. Though they're both great cards to have, communication, information, learning things, and conveying things for the betterment of all, and looking through contracts and seeing everything, getting information from far off as well. And not just far off as in distance, but in a memory might come back that'll fill a hole or a gap, or some information will come by that'll help heal some part of history. That's what I like by information as well. And the star is hitch your wagon to a star. There's success, there's renown, there's brightness. Here's the problem with the star though. What we're looking at might be dead stars. So be aware that you have to have some research, know what you're doing, find out what you're doing before you jump in, which is a heck of a credo to have for the rest of this year too. But it's about learning before you leap, but definitely leap. It is about action. These are cards of okay, let's get it going. We see it. So it backs up the Magician too. If you can see it and you can feel it and you can materialize it and work towards it, then it's worth it. Do it. Go. But this is what I came with today, excuse me. And I thought it'd be fun to share it with y'all. I hope that it gives you a little guiding light on the month and the day. So this month is going to be about learning new things and applying them as well. Not just learning them and going, that's nice, but applying it. It's about the application and the action and doing and moving forward for yourself. And sometimes you got to beat yourself, which is, look, sometimes even I'm like, I got to do it. But don't turn it into a gotta. Turn it into this is something I'm using for my forward movement. Make it more of a positive. And that's, I guess, the power of the Magician as well. To understand the surroundings, to understand the environment, and learn how to work with it for one's betterment. And that's the gem I want to give you today on Monday. All the good stuff gets spilled today. Also, we're in that waning time of the moon where we're going towards dark moon. So let's apply this to, again, cleansing what we don't need in our lives, really just the pre-spring clean for the spring clean coming up, because after all, in the middle of this month, we have the vernal equinox, a beautiful time of welcoming spring back in, of things becoming green and verdant and beginning to grow. So let's tap into that energy by first getting a space for things to grow in, giving space for good things to take root and come into our lives. It means we have to delete a lot of old files. And I'm always on this. I constantly am all about whatever doesn't serve you, think about it. It's like, if it doesn't spark joy, well then. But if it does spark joy, keep it. But if it's only there just to take up space, there's other stuff that's even better that wants to take up space in your life. So make room for the good you want to see manifest and start getting ready for it. Because if you believe that XYZ is going to happen, then it's going to happen. Intention is a hell of a thing. But instead of focusing on those toxic negatives, focus on this: the good that I'm wanting is happening in the best way possible. I know it's kind of sounding white light, but it's a good thing to move on to, and light a couple of candles, stick a couple of pins. Anyway, but neither here nor there. Again, verdant green that is coming, the goodness that is to happen. Oh, okay. I think I've taken up enough time on this, and I'm wishing you all the best. Happy Monday, happy March, happy first of this month, and wishing you all the best. I'll be doing more videos and checking in with you more frequently. Again, check out the link, come to my class, let me know about mentorship, and of course, always get with me with any divination requests that you might have, and keep your eyes open for new products that are going to be coming up on the way. So with that, I say much love, and remember, the rose knows.